Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to do something different. I'm going to do a AM silver bullet on crude oil. All right, and I know I get some questions asked about crude oil if I ever trade it. I mentioned it before. So I like trading crude oil when NQ or ES are either acting funny, I don't like what I'm seeing, or they're consolidating, there's just like nothing going on. And so sometimes I'll just look at crude oil and see what I see there. And sometimes it's just nice to trade a different commodity, right? Something different and just see how things react, right? So on crude oil, I still am looking for my SMT, market structure shift, inversions, breakers, normal things, right? Later on, I'll be showing you how I've been trading with time cycles and things, but right now, let's look at crude oil. We're before 10 o'clock, so 10 o'clock hasn't actually started. Let's go to 10 o'clock. There's 10 o'clock, right? Now, I do look for SMT. Now, SMT with crude oil, what do you use that? I get a lot of people that when I talk to with crude oil, they're like, well, SMT, we don't use SMT. Oh, I do. I do with NQ and ES all the time, and it works really good if you're looking for a reversal. So, crude oil, what could be SMT? Well, I use Brent crude oil futures, BR1 exclamation point, right? So I use Brent and I use New Pain. I mean, just look at this thing. Did you tell me that doesn't look like the other one? They don't look the same. You can only go back so far because you don't subscribe to them, but doesn't that look identical? Okay, that's what you want. That means they're correlated assets, right? So I want to see them do the same thing, right? That's what I'm looking for. So let's see if these give us SMT or not. Okay. Now, I know you saw this, so let's look. Here are my crosshairs. Those two are the identical. This low and this low are identical. See that? Okay. The low is 76.21. The low is 76.21, right? This low right here, this candle here, is lower than this candle, right? So that means there's SMT with Brent crude oil right there. That is enough for me. If we looked at the 1 hour chart, let's go to the 1 hour real quick. Let's go here. 1 hour, literally in the last month, a month and a half, it finally took this low. And so it's just taken a low. Usually when we take a low like that, we expect some kind of reaction. So let's go back here. So 1 hour, we took a low down here. So now we're looking for a reversal. Well, what do I need for a reversal? SMT is 1. I like to see a breaker block. So for me, I need price to break through that, right? So let's see how it responds to these fair value gaps down here. But for me, I'm waiting for this to happen, this market structure shift. That's what I need. Okay, so I'm looking for. So right now, this fair value gap right here is supporting price. So it's now that breaks and that becomes an inversion fair value gap. Okay, am I going to take it right here? No. On crude oil, I don't. I really like to see breakers because once it's beyond the breaker, it tends to just move. You know that you're on side and it goes. So I don't trust this as well as ES and NQ. It is a very good indication. If I added the Kraken correlation here, so if I add open up Kraken correlation here, now you got to see this. I got to zoom in really much to see this. Okay. Now we just use the bodies, so the body here is higher and lower here, right? So like, show you. Let me just point this on here. Okay, move the body lower, right? And is the body higher here? I know it's probably different. Let's put the crosshairs on so I know what I'm looking at right here, right here, right here, right here, and let's go here. So I mean, you see that it's clearly Kraken Correlation, right? So let's get rid of this. So that's another confluence. Would I take a trade right here? I still no. I really like the breaker block on crude oil. I just do. I just can't help it. So let's see what happens here. Let's see how it keeps going here. I want to break through that breaker. This fair value gap's holding price right now at bay. It's got to break that to break the breaker. Like that. And there you go. Now we have a breaker. So that fair value gap held. All right, let's see if we come down. There's another fair value gap there. There's a fair value gap there. I don't like how it's just kind of dripping down. Okay, let's see how. Put this on here. We're gonna go to this target. Okay, so let's buy one and let's move our stop loss here. Oh yeah, I gotta move this down just a little bit. There you go. Move this down to be right there. And then TP target is right here, 1050. So let's go right there. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's see how this goes. Liking those candles. A little consolidation right here. Not a huge fan. Consolidation. Okay, that just took out these highs. Would have liked to have a bigger candle than that. So here's what I'm thinking right now. Like if I zoom this in a little bit, I'm wondering if I know I did this because I want to show you something. I'm wondering if this isn't a pullback into premium optimal trade entry and down. So you've got to kind of got to look at it like, okay, if it did that, if it's coming down, because we're obviously really bearish, right? So if it's coming down, maybe this is just a retracement, and then it's going to go lower. So when I see this and I see this consolidation, I'm gonna be uber careful, and I'm just gonna go like this. I'm gonna go like right here. Done, right? Why did I do that? Because I'm protecting my capital. Like I know it's not over 50%, but I also know it very well could, if my bias is wrong, it could come up here and then take me out. So I'm protecting my capital. I know that there's a lot of people that are like, just never move your stop and all that stuff, but are you in it to have full pulls and bragging rights, or are you in it to make money? You have to decide as a trader. I decided a long time ago. I don't give a shit about the bragging rights. I don't give a shit about the full polls. I don't give a shit about the social media, the credit, and all that crap. I want the money. So for me, on my accounts, I go break even here. If I think it's gonna, if it could go against me, I'm moving my capital. Am I protecting my capital? That's a decision I've made. You do however you want to trade. This is not financial advice. I'm just sharing what I do. He's just swept this lows, swept these lows here. So I'd expect it to go higher. See, I don't like that. Glad I'm break even because this could very well be going lower. Okay, I like that. That's good. Okay, loving that a lot more. Okay, so now I'm moving my stop to here. Why am I doing that? Well, there's no reason. They already swept all these lows here. There's no reason for them to take this low when they're this high up, unless they're going to go lower. So there's just no reason. I don't see a reason why they would do that. So I'm doing that. Plus, you got one PD ray here, two PD rays. Looks like it's forming a potential third, depending on the next candle. So let's see. There's P3 PD rays. I'm right here anyway. Cool. 3 PD rays. 1, 2, 3, and my stop. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm moving my stop up. All right, 1, 2, 3, right here. Now let me ask you a question. If you get closed out right now, you're at $930. So you are, $120 away from your TP here, right? Is that 100? You're going to risk, from right here, 930 minus 490, where I'm at right now. That's $440. So you are risking $440 from where your stop loss is at to gain 120. So divided by 120, that is 3.6. You're risking 3.5 for 1. Would you do that? Would you take a trade like that? No, you wouldn't. So why wouldn't you move your stop up even more? Take a partial something. This now makes it at least 2 to 1. What I'm risking, $220 to make 120. It's a little bit better. Oh, now it's even worse. Right? Now you're $40 away, and I am risking $40 for 1,010, so $300 for $40. That's 9 to 1, or 8.25 to 1. Seriously? No freaking way. I'm moving my stop up here like to 1 to 1. That's where I'm at in real time. That's where I'm at. It's like right here, or it's like right at 980, because I'm not risking that. But I'll give it 1 to 1 right here. I'm in the business of making money. I'm not in the business of hey, I left it and I got my full pull. I don't care. I want the money. Okay. That's how you should be trading. If you're trading, you should be trading for the money, not for the glory or the bragging rights or the videos on social media, because no one cares. This is how I would trade. I'm maximizing this. I'm not giving up $300 to make $40 so I can say I hit my full TP. That is stupid. You would not take a trade for risking 8 points to make 1. You wouldn't do it. So I don't see the problem with moving a stop up. And there you go, got taken out. Awesome. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 minutes later, hit full TP. Can I live with that? Yep. I made $910. Sweet, I'm good. Okay, well, this is the AM silver bullet for crude oil. We had SMT with Brent crude. We waited for the breaker. We got in on a fair value gap later on. Now, we could have gotten in on any of these other fair value gaps right here, but I really wanted to wait for the breaker to verify, because SMT with the Brent crude oil is something that I found that is pretty good to use SMT with, but I don't like it as well as SMT with ES or NQ. When those two have SMT, to me, Brent crude is kind of like having SMT with YM and NQ. It works, but sometimes it's just not yeah, I don't trust it as well. You know what I mean? So we got a trade. We took a trade up here. We got almost $1,000, 910 because of the way I managed the trade. And that is your silver bullet AM silver bullet trade for Wednesday, May 15th.